Alright, let's get into a nice casual deck for all you casual budget players. Alright, welcome back to YugiBOOM, you guys. We got a nice casual deck for you guys. We're gonna do a deck profile on Magnet Warriors. The other deck, besides ABCs, they play a lot like ABCs, but a lot different. Not so turbo, I guess. Maybe not as many support cards either. But yeah, let's just get right into it. We play 3 of the Beta Electromagnet Warrior. He searches basically any level 4 lower Magnet Warrior. There was new support that came out in Raging Tempest, the Delta Magnet Warrior, so we also play that in here too. So that's a searchable target. And then we play Alpha, 3 Alpha Electromagnet Warriors. This one basically searches the level 8s, so you can search Valkyrion or the boss monster Berserkion. It's really good, especially because I do run trade-in in this deck, so it's good to sometimes if you want to draw a little bit, you search the Valkyrion or the Berserkion, since you can basically search at any time with this card. Just play that and then you can just trade in and just get some extra pluses, Then we play 3 Gamma, the Electromagnet Warriors. This one basically lets you special summon one from hand, so it's really a rank 3, just special summon, kind of like a like a crane, but from hand. So yeah, it's really good, and then you get extra pluses too if you have the Alpha or the Beta. You summon Gamma, summon the Alpha or Beta, and then you just get searches, and then you can just go into an easy rank 3 if you like to. Alright, and then next card we play 3 of the Delta Magnet Warriors. So Delta Magnet Warriors, he basically is like a foolish burial for the monsters. So so you could just send you could send don't think you can send himself. Oh no, you can send himself actually. So you can send himself, or you can send one of these guys into the graveyard. That way, you can start, fueling your graveyard. You can summon Berserkion that way. Berserkion, you can summon him. We'll get into him in a minute. Yeah, we'll just get into him in a minute. Oh yeah, another effect that I forgot about these guys is so with Beta, Alpha, and Gamma, you can actually I think it's during your opponent's turn. You can actually tribute him and then special summon a level 4 Magnet Warrior from your deck. It's a quick effect. So you can actually, tag them out, and then, I don't play the original Magnet Warriors, but you could always tribute them to special summon the Delta and then be able to foolish on your opponent's turn, especially if you don't want to get ran over in battle. So, and then with Delta, if he gets into the graveyard, actually, I forgot about his second effect. You can special summon a Valkyrion from your hand or deck, ignoring summoning conditions. So, but as long as you're able to banish, 3 of these guys. So basically, as long as you're able to banish 3 of those from your graveyard, if you get sent to the graveyard anyway, then you can summon Valkyrion. But we really don't use that effect so often. All right, so that's enough for the little guys. So then we run 3 Berserkion, the Electromagnet Warrior. Really good card. It's really easy to summon. As long as you have Alpha, Beta, or Gamma in the hand, field, or graveyard, you can just banish it to summon him. And he has really good removal. You banish 1 level 4 lower. So if you have a Delta in your grave also, besides banishing, for the summon, you could always banish that guy, and then you could pop a card in field. And it's not once per turn. So if you're able to fuel the graveyard with this deck, you could just get rid of cards, kind of like a Dark Iron Dragon, just banish, pop, especially if you want to get rid of problematic cards on the field. And also if he leaves the field because of a card effect, you get to special summon those Magnet Warriors back. So it's really good. That way you could just keep summoning him, especially if your opponent's not able to get over it, So we got 3 Berserkion, and then I run 2 Valkyrion, the Magnet Warrior. Really use them just off of Alpha's effect to search into the hand, and especially if I have trade-in my hand, I do trade in it away and get just extra draw 2 with it. It's really it. And then if you have it in your hand, I do run the Poly in this deck just to summon the Empyrean. So he's the boss monster, the fusion monster for Berserkion and Valkyrion. So yeah, just really there for trade-in fodder. And then so that's all for the Magnet Warriors and the Magnet Warriors, whatever you call them. So now we're gonna go into the support cards. So do play 1 Sentry Soldier Stone. If you're able to foolish him into the grave, or just get him into the grave, he's really good if you get your Magnet Warriors out, because as long as you control one rock monster, you can always special summon back from the grave. So there's just always an easy rank 3. So he's really good. And then we play the 1 block dragon. I mean, with it's an earth deck, so and they're rock. So you could I would maybe suggest playing a second one, but sometimes you don't see it that often. You'd rather summon the Berserkion if you're able to. So he's just more there for support, and then he also protects your rock monsters from card effects. So it's really good. And then if he gets sent from the field to the grave, you could add was it Earth? Yeah, you could summon, or you could add 3 rock type monsters, but they have to equal level 8, or up to 3 rock type monsters. So usually you just want, if you're able to summon, or you're able to get 2 level 4s, because that's to equal 8. They're level 3, so that doesn't really add up. So as long as you're able to add 2 rock type monsters, 2 level 4s, you're pretty good. Alright, and then of course, if you were playing a rock deck, why not play the 2 Fossil Dyna? Really mean card, you just set them. I've gotten my friends many times, send the Fossil Dyna, and then he just runs into it. He's like, I don't know what it is. He runs into it, and then he just flip it. It's like, ha. And then, yeah, just good to stall too. If they're not able to run it over, you can always flip it, and then you can just stall for a little bit, especially if you're not drawing the cards you need. So we got that. And then I do run some Quakimerus in this deck. So we run 1 Wall, 1 Guardian, and 1 Overload. So I do run Ties of the Brethren in this deck. It's a really good card. So if you're able to summon a Delta or even a Fossil Dyna, if you have, well, actually you can't use a Fossil Dyna, my bad. But if you have like a Delta, or even one of these guys first turn, just summon it. You could Ties of the Brethren, and you could just have just negates on the field. You can negate a spell, you can negate a monster effect, you can negate a summon. So it's really good, especially if you're able to do it turn 1. Just to stall your opponent, and then depending what you're playing against, you could always pick out which one you need more than the other. So we got the Quakimerus in there. Alright, so now we run one of the great power spells in this deck, Ties of the Brethren. So you pay 2,000, you target 1 level 4 or lower monster you control. You summon 2 from the deck with the same attribute, level, and type, but you can't special summon for the rest of the turn. But it's really good. Like I said, you can summon if you have a level 4 out, as long as not Fossil Dyna, because it prevents you from its own effect. But if you're able to just Ties of the Brethren, those guys, you get, like I said, you could stall for days, or you could also, with the level 3 guys, the Magnet Warriors, you summon that, you get some Ties of the Brethren, you activate Ties of the Brethren, and you just get instant pluses off of it. So it's really good in this deck. Just thought about it. It's really good. All right, and then we play 2 trade-in for your level 8s. The Block Dragon's really good if you're able to trade it in, or the dead Valkyrion. Berserkion's not always dead in your hand, but if you're able to just draw into it, you're always able to search it, so it's not nothing wrong with trading it away. And then, like I said, I do run the fusion guys, so we do run 2 polys. If you're just able to open it in your hand, if you have 1 Valkyrion, you're able to search Berserkion. You got the poly in your hand, you can just fuse it away, just summon Empyreon. He's just a 4K beater who just negates anything. It's really good. So just run in there, just for style points if you're able to summon them. And then we do run the field spell, so I do run the 1 Terraforming and the 2 Magnetic Fields. So Magnetic Field is really good. It's kind of like you get to instantly rank 3 or rank 4, especially if you have Delta or the Magnet Warriors in your deck. So yeah, you just summon a Magnet Warrior from your graveyard as long as you control a level 4 or lower Earth monster. So it can be anything. It doesn't even have to be the Magnet Warriors themselves. But you do have to summon a Magnet Warrior from the graveyard. His second effect is really good if they run over your monster, and of course their monster is going to live. That monster gets returned to their hand. So it's really good to get rid of problematic monsters, especially like Crystal Wing and stuff. Negates monster effects, but it's a spell, so it's going to get rid of it. So it's really good. And then just run the 1 Diamond Core Quakimeru, just in case, if you just want to get that Quakimeru from your deck to your hand, especially if you just want to stall for a little bit. It's really good. Also protects it. And then we do play 1 Foolish Burial, just to, just dump monsters in the grave, and especially if you don't want to draw, you can just always dump it in the grave. Start with the Blaze. And then just the 1 Dark Hole, why not? Obviously, I'd rather be a Regeki, but, you know, us budget players, just play Dark Hole. And then, you know, I was thinking about for the traps, like you could run like Solemn Strike, Solemn Warning, but I just thought about, you know, to just maximize on the spells and monsters, just run 3 Torrentials, because a well-timed Torrential Tribute will really hurt your opponent. So you just let them do whatever they want, da-da-da-da, and the next thing you know, you just Torrential them, and they'll be like, oh, I can't go any further because they already kept going, you know? So I just thought just 3 Torrentials, just interrupt their play, and then that way you can just keep going. Alright, so that's it for the main deck, guys. So let's go into the extra deck. So since we do run a lot of level 3s, we are running and they're rock. So we're going to run 3 Gargani. Guardian. The card is really good. Once per turn, during your player's turn, you can detach material from this card and target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Its attack becomes 0 and its effects are negated. So really good if you want to get over something. And I mean, now a lot of things are untargetable now and stuff, but other stuff, you just want to run something over, get rid of it, you can do that. But its other effects really good is once per turn, you can target 1 monster that has 0 attack, and then you can just destroy it for free. So if you're able to activate its effect, you know, to make it 0 and the effects negated, you can just pop it again for free, and then you could just attack over it, or attack directly if there's nothing else on the field. Alright, and then we play the 1 Dante. Just sometimes if you have nothing else to go into, if you're able to summon a level rank 3, just go into Dante, you know, just, you know, get fuel in the graveyard, especially if you ever get some Magnet Warriors. And then 1 Grand Pulse, you know, if you just, there's that back row that you need to get rid of, or to bait out, you know, you could always play the Grand Pulse. It's really good, has big booty. 1 Nightmare Shark, kind of like late game if maybe, like they have a kind of big board and you can't really get rid of it, but you're almost going to get them down. You can, like I said, you could just rank 3 for days in this deck. So if you just need to just, you know, they have the last 1,000, but you can't get over the monster, you summon this, attack for game. So it's really good. 1 Break Sword, because why not? If you, like I said, just want to get rid of problematic cards, just summon this, get rid of it, you know, because sometimes it's hard, you know, with spot removal. I do play the 1 Soul of Silver Mountain. Really good. You can basically lock down a spell and trap. Especially, you know, it's kind of hard against decks that run a lot of back row. But, you know, if they just have that 1 back row, you can just bait it out with this. You know, because then they're going to have to activate it. Or if not, they would just be like, okay, it's locked down. There's nothing else I can do. The other effect's really good. If you do destroy a monster by battle, while it has material, you can target 1 earth monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So it can be anything, really. You know, most of your deck's earth, or it is all the earth, so you can summon anything. And then, since we don't have a lot of rank 4s, or level 4s in the deck, we still play some because sometimes you do get them out. You play the 1 Dark Rebellion Sea Dragon. You know, like I said, just something big you need to get over. There you go. Maybe just deal the last damage, but it's a big monster, but you're able to cut it down. And then 1 Castel, just get rid of problematic cards. 1 Babuska, of course, probably the best rank 4 in the game right now. Just, you know, if you can't do anything else, summoning defense, go ahead, you know. And then they're going to try to waste a resource to get over it. I mean, it probably doesn't bother Lynx a lot, but, you know, if they need to use a lot of other monster effects to get into Lynx, then maybe it could hurt them a little bit. Now, for some Lynx, do play the 2 Mrs. Radiant and the 1 Underclock Taker. They're all Earth, so just why not go into Mrs. Radiant? It's just so good, so easy to make. And then, just in case, maybe if you just you run out of the Mrs. Radiant, or maybe you don't want to go into it yet, Unclock Taker, really good. Just 2 effect monsters, and then if you know you're still able to summon monsters, you could always, you know, use this effect, get over something really good. And like I said, I do run the Poly and everything, so you do run the 1 Empyrean, you know, just for fun. Probably only summoned him once or twice, playing with all my friends. So, but he's really good. I remember I summoned him with Berserkion on the field, so it's pretty spicy. He can negate any monster, spell, and trap, or he negates a spell and trap when it's activated, or a monster effect. So it's really good. And then also, if he leaves the field from a card effect, you could always summon a Berserkion and Valkyrion from your hand or deck, ignoring its condition. So Especially really good early game if you're able to summon it, because then afterwards you can just summon it from hand or deck. Late game kind of sucks when you do summon it because you kind of waste all your resources already. So you just can't really use the second effect. But just to have it on the field, it's really good. 4K, really good. So don't really have a side for this deck. You know, it's a casual deck, so it's just kind of like, you know, like oh, I'm gonna play this deck. I'm like, I'll just play my Magnet Warriors, you know, just for fun, right? I mean, we're all competitive, but still sometimes it's okay to have fun, you know? So, but yeah, that's about it. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Comment down below maybe any suggestions I should add to the deck or take out or anything like that. And yeah, just see you on the next one. Thanks.
My sister's blind, you.
YugiBOOM! YugiBOOM!